We're following breaking news tonight and that mysterious story unfolding on Interstate 95. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jim Sackett.
I'm Kelly Dunn. After 2 days of sitting on the side of the road, that body that was discovered in the back of a pesticide truck off the interstate has been removed, and police have made an arrest. Tonight, News Channel 5 has team coverage of this breaking news from Miami-Dade to West Palm Beach. And we go straight to Evan Axelbank with the latest on the news conference that took place just a few hours ago. Evan, George Barahona, the Miami man who was found in that truck with his foster son, now arrested, and he's still in the hospital.
He's still in the hospital, but I'm told that once he is well enough to leave the hospital, he will be taken directly to jail, where he could face more charges in addition to the charge they've already filed, which is aggravated child abuse. Now, right now, the FBI is checking the chemicals that were found here at the scene that the 10-year-old boy was exposed to figure out exactly what that very dangerous and toxic chemical was. Now, I am also told that officials were finally able to remove the body from the scene. Those chemicals made it very difficult for officials here to do their job. And again, tonight, the body has been removed just as those charges were filed.
The father is still in the hospital in intensive care. The son is in the hospital in quarantine.
With caution tape still up tonight, police told us minutes ago that the boy is being incubated and is in worse shape than his father. Police won't say what George Barahona did to earn the aggravated child abuse charge, just that his son was burned with an extremely toxic but unidentified chemical.
He did suffer some burns from the chemicals that were on his clothing and his body, as well as some internal issues, some severe internal reaction to breathing in of the fumes of the chemicals.
But police aren't saying where his father was taking him, what made him stop on the side of the road, or why there was a dead body in the back.
He was talking with us briefly and gave us some information.
The body had to be wrapped in several plastic bags before it was removed. Police do say they have an idea of who they found, but won't say whether they think it might be one of his 4 children.
It's a very complicated investigation, and it's very unusual. Even people in the law enforcement community say that this is a very unique situation, and it's really been a good rapid response.
Now, here's how dangerous that chemical is. The boy, as he was being admitted to the hospital, went past a police officer just from walking a few feet past that West Palm Beach police officer. The officer got sick. He then reported chest pains and nausea. So that's how dangerous of a chemical that the FBI is looking at right now. The father is in police custody at the hospital, and I am told once again that once he is better and able to leave the hospital on his own, he will be taken into custody, taken to jail, where he will face more charges in addition to the charge of aggravated child abuse. We are live in West Palm Beach tonight. Evan Axelbank, WPTV, News Channel 5.
This story has been going on for the past 40 hours. It began yesterday when George Barahona and his 10-year-old foster son were found in that old red pesticide truck off I-95 near Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard. They were taken to the hospital. They had been overcome by fumes coming from the back of the truck. Concerned about the hazardous fumes, officers went back out to that truck and later discovered a very potent acid, among other things, and a body in a bag. Tonight we're learning more about George Barahona and his family. According to Florida Department of Children and Families, he and his wife had 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls.
Since this story broke, 2 of the children have been placed with other family members while police investigate. But tonight we've learned the 10-year-old who's in the hospital had a twin. Our team coverage continues with Rochelle Ritchie, who is live in Southwest Miami-Dade in front of the children's home. Rochelle, any word on where that 4th child is?
Not tonight, Kelly, and as you heard Evan say in his report, they're really not elaborating on that 4th child. Now, we have learned from DCF that there will be a hearing tomorrow to decide on whether or not George and Carmen Barahona's 2 adopted children, the other 2 adopted children, will stay with their grandparents or if they will be placed back into DCF custody. This investigation, like Jim said, is, 40 hours in. It's just going to get longer, and tonight, neighbors here in Southwest Miami-Dade are stunned.
Well, they're very to themselves.
Outside the home of the Barahonas, police tape and a Miami-Dade cruiser sits in the driveway.
I saw them twice while they lived there, and I've been living here for 12 years, and they were just there. I've seen the guy twice, and the kids like probably like 3 times.
Jessica Ortiz lives just a few homes down from the Barajonas and says things always seemed a little strange.
Because they were just like those weird neighbors that never said anything.
Other neighbors say they were extremely private.
We never saw anything wrong, anything bad.
The Department of Children and Family Services says the Barajonas adopted 4 children over the last 7 years, 2 boys and 2 girls.
Is one of the children a twin? Are there a set of twins?
Yes, there is a set of twins.
Okay, and what are the ages of the twins?
10.
One of the twins, a 10-year-old boy, remains in the hospital. 2 of the other children were seen leaving the grandparents' home. When asked about the 4th child, DCF had no comment.
Is there a child missing?
I can't address that.
Because of the secrecy surrounding the 4th child, many have begun to speculate that could be the body in the back of the red pickup discovered yesterday covered in acid. And DCF says this isn't their first run-in with the family. They say they've been called to the home several times, the earliest as last week.
Several times we've been out to the home.
Recently?
Over the course of their foster relationship and since adoption. But we would go out to a home for a number of reasons, and that would be from an allegation of abuse, abandonment, or neglect.
Neighbors who live across the street say they are stunned at what transpired in the last 48 hours.
I was shocked. It didn't seem real.
And that hearing is scheduled for 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Live in Southwest Miami-Dade, Rochelle Ritchie, WPTV, News Channel 5.
So tonight, here is the bottom line. The body discovered has been removed and is now being identified by the medical examiner. 53-year-old George Barahona from Miami-Dade is recovering at Columbia Hospital. He's now facing charges of aggravated child abuse. His 10-year-old foster son is recovering in St. Mary's Medical Center. The Barajona's other 2 children have been placed with other family members while police investigate. Again, that hearing will be held tomorrow at 1:30 to determine whether the children will remain with relatives or be placed in DCF custody.